Hello, Chargers, and welcome to the 8th episode of Scoop with the Soup. In last week's newsletter, I touched on safety and security throughout our district. Today, I want to talk with you a little bit more about that topic. Our district has a board-approved crisis plan. This crisis plan contains tiered systems of support that provide details on how to handle any crisis at any given time. We also have SROs in each of our schools. These people are here to monitor and secure our buildings on any given day. We also regularly practice drills and have training with our staff and students. Finally, I want to talk to you today more about our technological systems that we have in place for safety and security. I am here with Andy Lohmeyer, our Senior Support Specialist in our Technology Department. Andy's going to talk with you a little bit more about some systems we have in place to help with safety and security.
Thank you, Faith. So one of the first systems, probably one of the more important systems that we have, is called Safe Defend. It allows any of our staff to put our building in lockdown and simultaneously alert emergency personnel, getting them en route in case the unfortunate were to happen. The next big one is we have a pretty comprehensive surveillance network. This includes our buses, interior and exterior, and allows our staff to view those cameras live to help make sure everything's going as planned. We also have, it's called badge entry, access control. So with that system, we know who's in our building, when they're in our building, and if we need to, we can lock our building down at a moment's notice, preventing anybody from entering our facilities. And then the last one, the one we're putting in right now, we're almost done with it, is our intrusion prevention system. So some of the key features with this system is we can set up timers on our doors. So if a door gets propped open, it'll alert all of our administrators so that they can go look into it. If we're in a situation, say in the nights and the evenings when we don't have anybody in the facility, we can arm the system and put it and make it a true security system. So if anybody opens a door or walks through the building and it detects the motion, then it'll alert our administrators and the police department so they can come and investigate. So those are some of our technological components to it, but one of the more important aspects is communication. And I'm relatively new, so I'm curious, what's our communication plan for such an event?
Andy, that's a great question. Technology and communication kind of work hand in hand, and communication is such a complex topic. We got to make sure we are very good about communicating with everybody involved, especially in the middle of crisis. So first and foremost, it's always very important to go back to our crisis plan, which has those tiered systems of support in place that kind of tell us in any kind of given crisis, whether that's a fire or tornado or an intruder, who we communicate with first and how we do that. So those procedures are then put in place. Obviously, it's most important that we're communicating with our internal stakeholders immediately on where we're going, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Yep. Once those things are in place and we feel confident and we have now alerted the authorities if we need their help and support, those people are then enacted into that communication. Yep. And then finally, we alert our external stakeholders, such as our parents and our community members, about what might be going on in our buildings at any given time. It's not always perfect and in that order, but we do our best to be timely and very transparent at any given moment to let people know what's going on with our students, especially when there's a time of crisis.
Yeah. So as a technology guy, I'm assuming we're going to use our messaging system to send out some of those messages and potentially social media and stuff like that to post when the time comes.
Yep. We have School Messenger, which sends out both text messages. It can also do a voice. It could do my voice or a recorded voice, as well as emails. Of course, social media is a very quick and easy way to talk about things with our public. We probably would limit that depending on what kind of crisis we have. Safe Defend is an immediate communicator as well. And then, of course, if I need to make a press release with the media or something of that nature to go out to a more extensive crowd, we can do that as well.
Sounds good.
So anyway, I appreciate you being here and talking with our stakeholders about safety and security. This is a very important topic, and as our world continues to grow and we know more and have more technological advances, we continue to update our school district with those things as well. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we'll talk more about safety and security in the upcoming weeks. Thank you for tuning in, and see you out on the trail.